So the brand new trailer for Punisher: One Last Kill just dropped. And wow, the internet is already going wild with theories. But there's one breakdown in particular that caught my eye, and it suggests this is way more than just another Punisher story. It might just be the spark that sets a fire under Marvel's entire street-level universe. Yeah, you heard that right. This isn't some slow burn, maybe this connects to that kind of theory. No, the claim is huge. This one series could completely reshape the entire street-level corner of the MCU as we know it. So the big question is, how?
Well, it all kicks off by digging right into the mind of Frank Castle himself. The trailer analysis makes it super clear that we're not just getting action, we're getting a deep, deep dive into his psychological state, focusing on that intense war he's been fighting inside his own head since day one.
And this right here just nails that conflict, doesn't it? On one side, you've got Frank Castle, the man who just wants some peace but is constantly haunted by the family he lost. And on the other, you have the Punisher, the mission, the skull, the rage, the monster he unleashes to get justice. It really feels like this series is going to push that internal battle to its absolute breaking point.
And, when Frank Castle hits a breaking point, it leads right back here, to the mission. But this time feels different. The analysis points out that the title itself, One Last Kill, tells you everything. This isn't just another job. This is personal. This feels final. Looking at the clues in the trailer, a few things really stand out. First off, he is fully back in the game, putting on that iconic skull vest again. There's no hiding. Second, this isn't some broad war on crime. It's laser-focused on one single personal mission. And maybe most importantly, the violence being hinted at, it looks like it's going to be on a whole other level, even for him. That one last kill is pushing him somewhere darker than he's ever been.
All right, now this is where things get really, really interesting. The whole theory hinges on the idea that Frank's story isn't just happening on its own. It looks like it's deliberately setting the stage for some shocking connections to two other massive heroes. You guessed it, Daredevil and Spider-Man.
So the theory lays it out like this, a clear three-step path. It all starts here, with one last kill. The aftermath of whatever Frank does is supposed to bleed directly into Daredevil Born Again. And then, whatever happens in that show is supposed to set up huge plot points for the next Spider-Man movie. This isn't random. The argument is that this is all one big, deliberate plan. But what could possibly be the glue that holds them all together? Well, one really strong possibility is a shared bad guy. I mean, think about it. What if Frank's one last kill is some major crime boss? And taking that person out creates a massive power vacuum in the criminal underworld, which is something that would definitely get the attention of Wilson Fisk in Daredevil Born Again. It's the perfect setup for a sprawling New York crime story. Or they could go for something even more direct, a cameo. Can you imagine Matt Murdock showing up, trying to stop Frank from finally crossing a line he can't come back from? Or maybe the Punisher himself appears in Daredevil's show. A direct crossover like that would instantly prove these worlds are on a collision course. But then there's the biggest possibility of all. What if this is more than just cameos and connections? What if we're actually watching 3 chapters of one single giant story? A unified narrative told from different heroes' perspectives, all building towards something huge. And all of that speculation, all those threads, lead us to the grand finale of this theory, that we are witnessing the very beginning of an insane new era for Marvel, one built on a massive, shared event. So what exactly do we mean by a street-level crossover? It's so important to get this distinction. We're not talking about aliens from space or cosmic infinity stones. We're talking about heroes who operate in the dark alleys and on the rooftops of New York City. They team up to face a grounded, citywide threat, something so down and dirty that a hero like Captain Marvel or Thor wouldn't even know it was happening. It's gritty, it's personal, and it's going to be intense. So when you boil it all down, the key takeaway is pretty clear. This Punisher story isn't just about Frank Castle's last ride. The evidence suggests it's the beginning of a tightly woven, gritty saga connecting our favorite street-level heroes like never before. Seriously, we could be watching the very first domino fall right now. And that leaves us with one last massive question to chew on. We've seen heroes team up a bunch of times, right? But the Punisher, he plays by a completely different and much, much deadlier set of rules. As his world starts to crash into theirs, the real question isn't whether Frank Castle is ready for them. It's, are heroes like Daredevil and Spider-Man truly ready for him?